Morning. So this morning we are going to be doing a full body mobility session. So we're going to get straight into it, no messing around. So we're going to start on all fours. I'm just going to warm up our wrist to start with. So nice wide fingers and a tabletop position. I'm just going to rock forwards and backwards. We're going to do 10 reps of everything. So we're going to do 10 reps forwards and backwards, shifting the weight from our front of our fingers to the back of our wrists. Once you've done 10 of them, we're going to turn our fingertips to our knees, and we're going to do 10, bringing our wrists off the floor and bringing the weight into our fingertips as we rock backwards. Loosen up our wrists, working on the mobility. And the last one on the wrist now, we're just going to bring them to face the side of the mats, and we're just going to rock side to side. Again, 10 reps, so 5 each side. Moving our shoulders just over our fingertips. Try and keep your hands on the floor this time. And then just kind of give them a little wiggle. Go up and down, side to side. Next one we're going to do is coming into a kneeling position. And we're just going to have our hands on the floor. We're going to lift our right knee off the floor. So just kind of stretching the front of our foot. So you're going to lift it up and then you place it down. So we're going to do 10 lifts. So 5 on each side, but we're just going to hold them for about 3 seconds at the top and then down. So lift it up and then down. This is a really good ankle mobility to do to kind of increase the range here. Something we kind of avoid to work on sometimes, but it needs a lot of work. Just lifting it up and down, pausing. Okay, once you've done 10, I think that's about 10. We're just going to tuck our toes into the floor. We're just going to do some neck mobility. So this can get quite spicy, so if you want to just lean forward, tap it out, and then resume to the stretch, please do that. So we're just going to look to our right shoulder, keeping our torso facing the front of our mats, and then look over our left shoulder. And then our right, and our left. We're just going to do 6 of these. Keeping that foot stretch if you can. Perfect. Now, once you've done 6, we're just going to do some cars. So you're going to bring your chin to your right shoulder and bring it all the way up, making a nice big circle with your chin. Nice, slow and controlled. Getting as much range. We're just going to do 3 one way and then 3 the other way. Once you've done 3, go anti-clockwise. Nice, slow and controlled. Getting as much range as we can. Perfect. Keeping that foot stretch. We're going to push our chest out. We're going to bring our hands off our lower back, interlock our fingers, gaze up, take a deep breath. And then bring our hands out in front, push your palms away, bring your gaze down. Round your back as much as you can. And again, push your chest out. And then round your back as much as you can, pushing away. We'll do 10 like this. If your feet are getting too much, just tap it out and you can come into a normal kneeling position. Push your chest out, gaze forwards. And then exhale round your back as much as you can. So we're going to do 10 in total. And then push it out, do it in your own time. Go with your breath. So inhale in. When you push your chest out, you bring your shoulder blades together. And then exhale when you round your back. Inhale, lock your fingers. Exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale. I think it's about 10, so one more for me on each direction. And exhale. Fab. Tap your feet out. So back into that tabletop position, we're going to tuck our toes. We're going to bring our hips back to our heels, and then we're going to drive our hips up, coming into a downward dog, extending our arms fully. So there's a straight line from our hips to our fingertips. Bend your knees as much as you need to. We're just going to do a bit of ankle mobility here. So you're going to have your left foot on the top of your right heel. And we're just going to lift up on our toes and then drive our heels to the floor while pushing our hands into the floor. So we're going to do 10 like that. Pause at the top and then drive it down to the floor. And again, lift up and drive down. 10 reps, pausing at the top, just a couple of seconds, and then down. Keep pushing your hands to the floor, relax your head, don't let any tension in your neck. Maybe go yes or no. Up on your toes, working that strength as well as that flexibility. Stretching out our calf. Once you've done 10, I think that's about 10, we're going to swap sides. So your right foot comes onto your left heel this time. Push your hands into the floor. You're going to lift up on our toes, pause, and then back down. Pause, and then back down. Good. And again, pause, and back down. 10 reps. Remember to breathe. Once you've done 10, you can place your heels back down, and then come back onto your knees. We're going to come nice and upright. I'm going to bring our hands on our lower back. We're just going to drive our hips forward, gaze up to the sky, come into a little camel. Place your right hand, so you can either just stay here, come out of it, or you can come to your right heel, your left hand comes up and over. I'm just coming into a little half camel here. Take a deep breath. And then exhale, come out of it. Now place your left hand on your left heel. Your right hand comes up and over. Take a deep breath. And exhale, come out of it. And again, we'll do one more each side. So inhale. And exhale, make sure we're squeezing our bum, we're pushing our hips forward. So left hand comes on to left heel. Right hand comes up and over, and then back around, and then come back into that downward dog. Now your right foot is going to come to your right hand. You're going to come into a lunge position this time. We're just going to come into a flossing action, so nice lunge position, and then drive your hips back, bringing your chest to your thigh. And we're just going to flow through that, so lunge, and then floss, 10 reps. Exhaling when your leg comes down, toes to the sky. Inhale, exhale. 10 reps. It's a good one to work on your hip flexor as well as your hamstrings. Get them a bit looser. Okay, once you've done 10, we're going to swap. And then we're going to do 10 the other side. So in our lunge position, and then drive our hips back. Lunge position, and then drive our hips back. 10 reps. Okay, I lost count completely then. So I think that's about 10. Fabulous. So we're just going to come up onto our feet for the next one. And we're going to come into an elephant walk. So you're going to have either your hands on your ankles or below your feet. We're going to bend the one leg, we're going to straighten the other leg. And we're just going to push our hips out to the leg that's bent. You're just going to relax your head. And we're just going to do 10 reps, just pausing at each side. Again, stretching out our hamstrings. This is a really nice one to do in the morning. It's quite a gentle stretch for your hamstrings. Let your head just relax. Maybe pull yourself in with your hands underneath your feet. So you're kind of like bicep curling yourself in. Once you've done 10 of them, we're going to stay standing and we're going to come into a Cossack squat. So it's going to get nice and wide with our feet. Turn our feet out slightly. And then we're just going to squat down into our right leg, drive our hips back, and then swap legs. You can have your hands on the floor for assistance if you need to. We're just going to pause for 1, 2, and then back up the other side. You can go as low as you want. If you can go all the way down and then come up, do so. But just go at your own pace. And we're going to do 10 in total. So when I go all the way down, I like to bring my toes up to the sky, just stretching out as much of that inner thigh as we can, the adductors. Just go as low as you can, pause in. 10 reps in total. We're just going to do one more after this. So once you've done 10, we're just going to come onto our bottom. And we're going to come into a little rolling back with our feet over our heads. And then you're going to touch your toes. So you can either keep your legs together or you can come into a straddle and then lean forwards like that. So we're going to do 10 reps, pausing at the top. And then reaching as far as you can when you come out of it. So 10 reps. And on the last rep, we're just going to hold the plie pose just for a couple of breaths. Last one, we're just going to hold it here. You can bring your hands on your lower back. If you do this in the morning, you might find that your spine is still not quite woken up, so it might feel a bit uncomfortable, but just breathe deeply into it. And one last breath. I'm going to slowly come out of it. Come back into a seated position. There we go, that is my little full body mobility that I actually do probably every morning, which makes me feel a lot better. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.